If you're thinking of creative ways to get around without having to fill up your gas tank all the time, well, you're not alone. As KPIX 5's Max Darrow reports, bikes, e-bikes, and scooters, well, they're all in demand.
With gas prices at an all-time high, a lot of people are looking to alternative modes of transportation to get around and to save a few bucks. The price of gas is going nowhere but up.
This is greed, corporate greed.
And some people are just fed up.
I think it's absolutely ridiculous.
Emeryville local Richard Wingart plans to spend less time at the pump and more time pumping his legs.
I bought a bike about 3 days ago at Walmart.
How come?
Because I can't keep spending $75 every week.
They're higher than I've ever seen them.
Aaron Eisenstadt is a worker owner at the Missing Link Bicycle Cooperative in Berkeley. He says it's not like there's a run on bikes because of the gas prices, but it has come up a few times.
Maybe I've had one, possibly two people who come in who have explicitly mentioned the price of gas and as the reason why they're either getting a new bike or fixing their bike.
In San Francisco, the demand for electric bikes and scooters has definitively gone up. According to a Bird spokesperson, the average daily ridership in San Francisco has increased by more than 50% from February to March.
You can get a mileage of up to 65, 75 miles on a charge on one of the larger ones, 28 on one of the smaller ones.
Jay Brockman sells electric bikes, scooters, and skateboards at Last Mile SF.
We do have more people coming in complaining about gas prices and talking about electric.
Like the folks at Missing Link, he says people aren't storming the shop, but some people seem to be fed up with the increasing costs of having a car and are ready to try something new.
I know people who have come in and said, I'm tired of having a car. It's not feasible, especially here in SF in the city.
Anytime the cost of one form of transport goes up, it makes sense that some people would try and shift to another one.
The last time he filled up, it cost Wingart
$75 for a regular unleaded.
So he figured better to spend the money on one bike than one or two tanks of gas. Max Darrow, KPIX 5.